I was a little disappointed Destiny couldn't pick up on this during his debate with Richard Wolff. This is sort of a response to something that Wolff said, but apparently wasn't picked up on. Destiny kept trying to pin down Wolff on what his definition of socialism was, and Wolff kept explaining what people who describe themselves as socialists may variously define as socialism. Wolff was correct. The problem is it's a bit of a dodge, right? Because the three definitions he gave, and to be clear, the people who describe themselves as socialists can hold any of those three definitions. The problem is that they're incoherent, so it's not a useful definition, right? There's nothing in common between the three of them. Between market co-op-run socialism, which is what he wants, between state socialism, and between social democracy. There is no commonality between them, not even anti-capitalism, because social democracy does not believe in abolishing private capital, so that doesn't, there is no commonality between them. So to describe them all as socialism is bullshit, and the fact that Wolff thinks it's okay to use three totally different definitions as one coherent ideology is, in my opinion, an intentional dodge. And here's why. I can't prove this because I can't read his mind. But the reason he appears to do this is so that he can pretend that socialism actually secretly is the most economically successful system. If you look at the examples of the USSR and the PRC, those are stats he will drag out over and over again. But then if you attack those countries for, say, being totalitarian hellholes, for collapsing or turning into an Orwellian nightmare, he'll then pivot and claim that, well, that's not what I'm advocating for. Well, okay, then why were you defending it? It's because it's called socialist. That's why. He calls it all socialist so that he can pretend that socialism works, and then if people call out bad things about this supposedly successful system economically, he can say, well, that's not what I'm advocating for. I'm advocating for this other thing that nobody's really tried yet, cooperative market socialism. It's a bait and switch. And I'm sad that I don't think I've ever seen anyone actually call him out on this. I've never seen anyone ask him, Richard, why do you keep defending the USSR and the PRC, even though they use a form of quote-unquote socialism that is not just practically but morally incompatible with the socialism that you want? Why are you defending it? It's a bit suspicious, don't you think?